Can I make a skirt using just this picture I found on Pinterest? Let's go find out. Hey, welcome to Mama C Makes. I'm Casey, serial multi-crafter and maker of things. Let me correct myself, I want more skirts. Because I just have a wardrobe full of clothes and skirts and never have anything to wear. I'm sure this is, an obvious problem for all of you. We need what we need and we want what we want, and I want skirts. Now, I've seen during my many hours of research, which doom scrolling on Pinterest, I have kept seeing this picture come up, and it's just a picture. The link takes you to nothing. There's no numbers, measurements, anything on it, but I think today I'm going to have a go at making it. Here or here. So I've tried to do some research, and by research I mean I clicked the link and got nothing, but it doesn't look too hard. This could be famous last words or foreshadowing or something. I like a good circle skirt. Who doesn't love a circle skirt? But I have enough of my own waist. I don't feel I need to add heaps of bulk to it, which circle skirts, to get a good flowy one, often do. So I like the idea of this if it works. Pattern, picture, design, whatever it is, because I don't think it would add excess bulk to my waist, but it will give me the flow and twirliness that we all need and desire. I think it's just going to take some simple maths, and we'll see how it goes. Time to do some maths. Okay. So, I'm going to start by drawing our circle. And now we have to make a square around our circle. The thing is using lined paper, as I might get some idea of where the top and bottom actually is. That is some great artwork here for your enjoyment. I'm going to draw a cross in the middle. So we have our cross, and now we need to do our square in the middle. Just joining it from our lines. So, what I think is going to happen is this measurement here to here, and obviously all around, is going to be 1/4 of my hip, my widest part. I don't want to make it and then not be able to get it past my butt. So that's going to be all around there. And then this piece here that is angled out, roughly, I think the measurement from here to here is also going to be 1/4 of my hip, which I can't spell, and this measurement from here to here is going to be 1/4 of my waist. That's the plan. So once I've made my pieces, this is roughly what it will look like. I'm going to go and see if I've got an old sheet or something that I can use, and then it's time to get on the floor and actually check my maths. I thought maybe it would be a safe idea before I cut into any large amounts of fabric to do a little mini test. So I made a little mini pattern and did just a very quick mock-up. as you can see, I've made a mock-up. Barbie here is modelling for me. It's a little short and it's held on by a bit of tape because there was no way I was going to put a teeny tiny zip in this. So you know, she's got the legs, she can pull it off. I, however, will be going for a slightly longer number, but using the little cardboard pattern, it appears to have kind of worked. So, oh, she needs to be a bit more modest. She's has no boundaries. But for the most part, I think it might work. So now I'm gonna do some cutting. All right, here I am doing my best floor goblin impression. I started with a square that was 180 by 180. I think it was a double sheet that I trimmed the edges off slightly. I folded it in quarters, and now I'm marking out the biggest circle I can get. As you can see, I got sick of my tape measure moving, so I sellotaped it to the floor, and this worked surprisingly well. Once again, I used my purple permanent marker to mark it so that you could see, not that it's very clear. Right, cutting my circle, once I get halfway, I fold it in eighths so I can follow the curve around. This kind of helps keep it almost even, sometimes. Right, now with my scrap corners, I'm folding them in half again, and I'm doing half my waist measurement and half my hip measurement so that my curves, my slanted lines are going to be the same on both sides. And then, yes, I did cut through 8 pieces of fabric with my crap scissors. Just tidying up the ends, double checking my measurements, and now to cut the cross in the middle. I knew it had to be 30 centimetres. I knew quarter of my hip measurement was about 30 centimetres, so I sort of lay it where it looked right and then just check that the measurements on each straight part were the same to know that it was going to be at least an even square. And then I just cut the cross in. And voila, 5 pattern pieces all cut out. Really impressed with how well it worked. Like, just with my quick rough cutting and my very basic slightly rounded measurements, this is what we've got, and I like it. It's kind of got like a mermaid sort of fishtail silhouette, almost kind of 1920s I'm thinking, with the zigzaggy pattern, which is really funky. You can see my little purple felt pen dots because I used permanent marker, because why wouldn't you? But I have a cunning plan to cover that up later. We will see. Normally I wouldn't use permanent marker, but I wanted everyone to see where I was dotting. Now, the only issue I have with it, and I have tried it on myself because I'm slightly like, you know, this was made from me when I was a little bit of a different shape, is that I know you're going to find this really hard to believe, but I'm not actually a supermodel. I know, I don't get it either, but while I do have an hourglass figure, it is more of the hourglass that was left sitting in the sun for 47 years and the bottom kind of melted and sort of stretched out and ballooned and the top kind of shriveled. So that's my hourglass figure. So while I love this shape, it doesn't look very flattering on me because this bit here comes down under my tummy bump. It's kind of like when I put it on, it's more like, oh, I can't pull it back far enough. Yeah, it's a bit more like that, and it's not actually that flattering. I think if I made it out of like a stiffer fabric or something with a bit more body, like denim or like a really thick silk or something, it would sit better, but this is just cheap, washed 100 times sheet, so it's nice and light and flowy, but doesn't cling very well around the old mummy tummy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it up so that the peaks sit more, the top of the peak sits more on my hips. So I'll basically cut the whole, I'll fold some of it over and make a waistband. But if I do that, it's going to be a more flattering shape on me, I think. I'm going to hack the top off, I think probably about, about 10 centimetres or let's say 4 inches. I am very short-waisted and I do like to wear things quite high up just for comfort over the bulgiest bits. So I'll have what I might do is cut that off. I'm just going to make the most basic waistband, just fold it over and stitch it like a facing. Might even put a zip in it and hem it, and we'll see how it looks. So the answer to the question is yes, it does work. Did it work well for me? Not so much. I think if you had I don't want to say normal body because everybody is normal, but a more, put it this way, if you're not shaped like a slightly wonky Teletubby, then I think you'll be fine. I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep tweaking and playing with it. I've got some ideas on how to change things, so I will definitely have another go. It was super quick and easy to make. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a go, and if you have a go, tag me because I want to see how it works for other people. So if you liked my video, please like my video. and remember to subscribe, comment. I'd love to know your thoughts. Has anyone else tried this? Because again, I really want to know how it works for other people. So if you like to watch me make stuff and you're also a member of the Wonky Teletubby Club, then I'm your mama now. Thank you. Why did I say thank you?